Okay, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time for us to, well, get murdered. We're gonna die again a few times. It's fine. But our resists are decent. We're able to get our way through hell, most likely. We're gonna run into some lightning issues, but that's... hopefully everyone is doing alright today. Hopefully the bot is not too... Oh, I need to remember. I forgot to change that on the bot. He's going to be telling you about Diablo 1. I mean, I could leave that up. I like Diablo 1. But we need to go ahead and not do it. Make it more things that are relevant to this. Anyway, let's go ahead and head on out and start looking for... We don't need the cube, we just need the staff. And we need the amulet. And we will be ready to go on to Act 3, which is probably going to be our most frustrating of the acts, if I had to guess. Just a hunch. Hey, Hugin, how's it going?
You're the first to fall for my evil ploy.
No, it's not an evil ploy. Not in town. Oh no. Yeah, most of the enemies should be relatively easy for us to deal with. Our rogue is probably going to die horribly, but other than that, nothing too scary. I could probably save up for a... or go farm for a insight for her. You're doing great. That's good to hear. Hey, RP, how's it going? Role-playing in there. I know, it just gives two-letter names sometimes. Trying to... Is it, like, default that it gives you a two-letter, like, name nowadays, or... Because I noticed that's actually a very common thing, or is that just, like, a normal strategy to do? I know if you don't want to answer, that's fine as well. It's just an odd thing that I have noticed more and more often the longer I've been doing this. You are a they? Well, I mean, if you don't know the gender of someone, they are a they. But, yeah. Hugin is actually a plural. Because it's Hugin and Munin, which are, for those of you who don't know, lore, like, not lore, mythology. There we go. That's probably the better way to phrase it. The lore of the world. It's mythology. Good God. Let's go ahead, and I think we will go ahead and start getting back into using full rejuve stacks. So we'll set it down here. We're slowly building up charms, not ones that I'd want. Because the charms that we want are actually going to be ones with resists, and I think we only have like 2 of those. Yeah, our charms are absolute ass. But anyhoozle. Oh yeah, I'm chilled. I was inside the radius of that. But yeah, most of the things here, not going to be a huge issue. The lightning beetles might be. The Hugin and Munin lore instead of mythology. Actually had a few people come in with different mythological names. I mean, it's not abnormal. Yours is definitely distinct. Which is a good thing. Loki number 938 would not be. We need to... Because we've actually been having issues with ping today. It took me a little while to actually get connected to the game and make a game. It kept failing to make the game. So... Hey, Adam, how's it going? The Grey Sun. Yeah, keep on just trucking. I'm looking out for full rejuves is what I'm looking at whenever I'm sitting there looking at the potions. Have Jerry Freke been about? No, they have not. Defense Dome. I might do some more of Dome Keeper. I'm not sure yet. One of those things that I want to get through some more press keys first. But Dome Keeper was fun. We could unlock some more stuff. I do want to see how it does on the Game Sampler channel as well. The video archive of it will be up in a few days. As usual, it's a few days behind on there. Because those take forever to upload, and I have to upload them while I'm sleeping. Because usually I'm rendering about 4 or 5 videos at a time, and uploading 4 or 5 videos at a time. And I want to stay away from that, because those guys are gonna suck. And I'm really surprised my Shadow is sticking around as long as she is. We only just had to resummon her. So she's doing her work. And I wish we could put Mind Blast on our left click. Okay, so you are a full rejuve. Reinforced Mace would be good if we were melee, but we're not. We are garbage tier. We are jokers. Max damage and energy. That would actually not be a terrible jewel for certain builds. You generally want higher max damage than that. Keep tanking for me. Ooh, matriarch. I should check that, unfortunately. Just because it could be worth a lot. If it is worth a lot, I'll give it to somebody to trade. It's not. Because if it was +3 and of quickness, that's actually a fairly decent one. But you can also get plus skills on it, like general plus skills. Act 1 Mercenary. Yeah, the Act 1 Mercenary is hopefully going to do well for us, but no guarantees on her part. Oh, you are resistant to a bunch of stuff. Go ahead and get that out as well, just to get rid of those corpses, too. It'll get us some more bodies around her to beat the crap out of her with. And that just became easier. Okay, mana potion, yes. We will take as many of you as we can get. Max power. Yeah, the Homer character. I forget, that's relatively early in The Simpsons, isn't it? Like the first few seasons? Or was that more like 13, 14? Because I do know somebody who does a Simpsons podcast, and I definitely want to tune in for that one. Because I want to hear their opinion on it. Speaking of which, do expect a small influx of reviews in the near future. And possibly a few more build guides. I will cover a slight refresh on a few of the old build guides, but things like the Enchant Sorceress isn't really going to get that many changes. Kuko has become a bit more of a worthwhile investment than it was before they changed it back to double dipping on ranged, which it wasn't a bug. That was actually a conscious change on the devs' part. Don't know why they said it was a bug that it wasn't allowing double dipping. But yeah. We're looking for the waypoint as well. So that's one reason why I'm dipping out a little bit rather than just following the wall. Oh wait, Dry Hills doesn't have one, I don't think. It might. Actually. Is it bad that I don't remember? My brain is just completely farted. Oh, I just realized we're going to have a relatively easy time with Duriel if we play right. If our Shadow actually engages him first, it's going to be a lot easier. Oh, hi, guys. Get stuck. And I'm mildly glad we haven't run into a lot of beetles on this one. A couple other games besides D2 that you played endlessly were USFO, Enemy Unknown, and Syndicate Wars. Ah. I think I own both of those. I might not own Syndicate Wars. I've played it. I might not own it. We'll not get into discussions on that, but it's one of those things. But I need to double check if I have it or not. It's not terrible to get a hold of, though. Let's see. But yeah, as far as like things that I have to cover, I have a handful of press keys, but I do want to do a proper actual review of Baldur's Gate. I've played through it several times, so I think just a refresher playthrough would be about all I'd need on it, is to get some extra footage. And I do want to go through and redo my Path of Exile, not Path of Exile, Pillars of Eternity, the other PoE. and actually do that one as a review as well. Because I did something like a 97 episode Let's Play of the second one. I do think CRPGs do need a little bit of attention, but sadly, folks like Mortismal Gaming and stuff like that have kind of the corner on that market. So I'd be basically competing against channels with like 250,000 subs. I forgot that was immune to... Is that... That's strange. I didn't realize they were immune to fire in Hell difficulty now. I don't run across them very often. Because I don't tend to open chests in Act 2. Which is where they spawn. But yeah, this is decent XP. I do want to get some more levels before we start really going after, like, say, Act 3 stuff. Hey, Fixer, how's it going? Long time no see. Hopefully life has been treating you a bit better. Yeah, we're knocking this out, and then I'm going to probably do writing for the most of the day. I have to do a stream later, too. I'll be streaming with Maroka and Gablin. Oh, thank you. I heard you were doing a channel about, like, the music and gaming as well. Like, chill music and chill background noises. I was really interested in that for a while, but I kind of got overwhelmed by a bunch of stuff. It wasn't able to keep track of it. And I appreciate the compliment. I've been trying to get a little bit more versed on how YouTube works as well the past year or so. Not super great on it, but enough. Just ambient stuff, because you've been... Yeah. Oddly enough, as much as YouTube helps with, like, depression and stuff like that, it does not help with anxiety for me. It contributes. But yeah, I can relate to that. Go ahead and identify... Ooh, garbage. You put Neff in a crystal sword? No. Why, DV? Oh. Yeah. It's actually really hard to find people to talk shop about, too. Oh, no. We've got beetles. Come on. Go. Everybody's blind. Found a Viking music channel. By the way, guys, you should check out Fixer's stuff. Just click on his name or search for Fixer TV with 3 X's. My plans for Diablo 4, I'm going to do the beta stuff. I'll probably, unless I can think of some like really good content ideas, I'll probably just stream it. And I'm going to lean a bit more into reviews. And I'll do build guides, of course, and stuff like that, like everyone expects. But for Diablo 4, I'll be doing the beta. I'll be giving my honest opinion of the monetization when it finally releases, which I'm afraid of. I hate games as a service. They're so exploitative. But the channel's the channel, so. And the viewers do come first. So, let's see. I need to repair. I need to revive Dingus McChingus over here. It should be good. And I do want to eventually get back into doing more art stuff as well. But time and spine. 2 big issues that get in the way of that. As interactive as ChatGPT. Hey, I have actually knocked around the idea of letting ChatGPT make a script for me and then trying to make a video around it. I have one for Frenzy Barb. And I have one for a Whirlwind Barb that I kind of put through it. They're ridiculous, and they are bad advice. Some of it even dips into being like D&D advice, which is really strange. But I am not a huge AI person. At least ChatGPT is a little bit more ethical about it. AI art, though, can go suck a... You know what? I am very adamantly against most of the current AI art models. Because they're very unethical. Go ahead and get that. We need you out there to block the way. And yeah, we are just grenading as best we can. Because these guys are immune to our normal attacks, because they suck. At least she can freeze them in place. There we go.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't want that. Whirlwind Barb is great, even if not wielding any weapons. It's not quite that bad. But it goes, it's very confidently dumb. Looking forward to ChatGPT or similar used to be as an NPC dialogue in open world games. Yeah, that is one good application of it, especially if you... Because the way I could see that being used is you'll have one person kind of seeding it for a whole series of dialogue for a character, which would be a good way to do it more efficiently for indie games. It would have its own drawbacks, and you'd have to be really careful about how you phrase the stuff, otherwise you might end up having it seed too similar to an existing one. But it's way less likely to plagiarize than other forms, unless you actually force it. Comedy build is good. Lazy builds are great. Yes. Lazy builds are the best builds in Diablo. But if you get a build video that seems really weird, that's where it's come from. I'll probably, if I end up doing that, it'll have a disclaimer at the very beginning. ChatGPT plays Diablo 2. There we go. That would be horrible. There's no way they're not experimenting it for the Elder Scrolls games. Yeah. Honestly, if they did it... Because, see, this is also a thing with the art AI things. If you do it right, they could actually just seed it based off of their own pre-existing lore and not have it allow external lore, which would be really kind of good for it. Similar thing you could do with art, like AI art and stuff like that, is you can train it solely on your work and create more of your own work. That is perfectly fine by me. The ethical issue is that they don't do that. They train it on just scrubbing sites. I still haven't beat Diablo Immortal. How about a new Armored Core game from From Software? I'm looking forward to it, but I have to wait for it to come to PC. Because I am not buying a PlayStation 5. Not until they're on the used market and I can get them for dirt cheap. Plain and simple. Okay, we're at that point where we need to make the decision. What are we going to invest in? More trap damage, more shadow? Our shadow could become relatively strong if we invest in it. So that's not exactly a terrible thing. Could also invest in the fire trap. By that time, everyone wants a PlayStation 6. That's actually the best time to buy stuff. But yeah, I am looking forward to Armored Core. I grew up on Armored Core. Well, not grew up. I was a teenager on Armored Core. But it's one of those games that it can suck up a lot of time. It's really hard to go back to nowadays, old ones. Hobbit text adventure game? No, I didn't know there was a text adventure one. Ow. Ulti shot? No. You don't shoot anything. You thought D2R was immortal, like not actually dying? Yeah. It will eventually go offline. Because, especially given the state of the gaming market these days. But I would... As much as I don't want a monopoly or anything like that, I would much prefer Microsoft be in charge of the stuff now rather than Activision Blizzard. Just because it's like the lesser of two evils. You are a pain in the butt.
Not enough money.
Do you plan to do any Diablo 4 fixer? Oh, wow. This thing is just not taking damage. That's how pitiful our damage is. I'm just going to stand here and grenade it for about half an hour while we read chat. Looks like back to Armored Core 4 art style. I don't remember too much about 4. I remember playing 5. And then I remember playing 1 through and all the little spin-offs they had on PlayStation and PlayStation 2. D3 kind of soured you? Yeah, Diablo 3 is in a weird spot for me. I see the appeal of it. I know why people like it. It's arcadey. It's fun for them. It's not really a game for me. I will be covering it now that we've done the streams of Diablo 1. We finally went through and finished that again, but Diablo Immortal is what's potentially ruining Diablo 4 for me, because I am half expecting more exploitative monetization. I don't expect it to be pay to win, though it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't expect it to be extremely ethical. That's just my stance. But to each their own. Let's see. And yes, this is why we took Fire Blast. Diablo 3 you basically played through for the lore. Crescent Moon already? Nope. Still Spirit. But yeah. Played through for the lore, no control over character build is what made you leave the game. Yeah, you have no investment in the character. Once you have a barbarian up to super high level, there is no point in making another barbarian. Same goes for any of the other classes in that. Whereas in Diablo 2, if I make a necromancer, cool. I just made a bone necromancer. What's the next one I'm going to make? I don't know, maybe a summoner. And they each have their own distinct flavor. I wanted to check one thing. Yeah, you get dry hills. I don't know why I was convincing myself we didn't. Okay, there's a high chance we have lightning immunes in, but we do need to go through. You think the government will step in and tell them to stop milking people so hard? Probably not. Not with our current age group of government officials. This is mostly because most of them don't know anything about gaming, and a lot of them don't know anything about psychology. So it's kind of like they don't. Incompetence does not breed confidence. Go ahead and summon that out. It doesn't make sense for Blizzard to make the game with no RMT from a monetary... Yeah. Well, I don't know if they'll have, like, real money trading, but they probably... Because, frankly, the backlash from the auction house will shove them off of that. When are the days when a game is a game? After they sell you the game, after you pay for the subscription, they still sell you stuff so you can play normally. Yep. That's games as a service. Probably my biggest complaint about gaming in the modern day. It's also one reason for such heavy wickification of games, where it's basically you have to optimize, otherwise you're just going to be left behind everybody, and the machine will just keep chugging on, demanding new content. So you'll be behind on the bloat, and you might as well just not even play at that point, which is a problem. It is not a good thing for the gaming industry as a whole, but it's profitable. Go ahead and get some explosions going on here. Oh, she's dropping fire traps. Nice. thing about milking is people are supposed to have control over their spending habits, making sense not to let children spend, but control adults' behavior. Just honestly, I think people underestimate just how manipulative a lot of psychology things can be. Because let's just put this in perspective. When I was in college, grown-ass adults, everybody in the class, people ranging from like 18 all the way up into their like 50s, all students. I was a psychology minor unofficially. Long story, basically, I had the credits that I would need for a psychology minor. I just couldn't have a second minor. But I used to take a lot of joy seeing how much I could like manipulate a class into doing different things. And I would specifically go out of my way to get an entire group of people just randomly mirroring me. None of them really realized it. But whenever you have like 15 people mirroring you, it starts to get weird. And psychological manipulation to get people to buy stuff is no different from that. But I don't think people recognize that. They just think, oh, it's lack of self-control. Oh, no, people are easy to manipulate, especially in groups. And if you study it even a little bit, you start to realize that, and you realize just how nefarious some of this stuff is. It's sketchy. I've been telling them to stop milking people so hard in your own country. I don't know. But yeah, I don't see government stepping in to impede it, at least not in the US. You do have a little bit over in some countries, but it's just, it can get ridiculous fast. And I wouldn't even say I'm good at that kind of stuff. It's just that easy. A lot of people do stuff like that without even realizing it. Especially people who are like looking for a sugar daddy or something like that, or sugar mama. You'd be surprised at how much that kind of stuff is. It's appealing to basic psychological things. Social engineering and group psychology. Yep. And the more people you get, well, with the like getting people to mirror me thing, that's just a slow process. You mirror one person and you get them to sort of like get into the rhythm. And at a certain point, they won't realize it, but if you've mirrored them long enough, if you start doing something else, they'll mirror you back, because it will feel very uncomfortable for them not to, whether they realize why or not. And then you start doing it to another person, and then another person, and then people who just might have accidentally been mirroring them beforehand will join the group. And that's just the simple, like, rough explanation of it. But yeah, it's craziness. As far as manipulating people to spend money, that's one reason why whenever you're first playing through, some of those earliest, like, engagement things, whenever you're playing through Diablo Immortal, for example. Oh, time limited, here's a $1 pack. What's $1? That's not even a meal. That's not even a snack. So most people are like, sure, why not? What's $1? I'll speed it along and have this cool thing to kind of show off whenever I get further in. And at that point, the game is still moving along, decent pace, nothing to think about. You're just getting more stuff and having fun with it. What can the government do? There's some things. Like, the loot box thing is probably the most prominent example with, like, countries actually stepping in on it in modern times. Because it's being treated like gambling, which it is 100% gambling. The other things that you can kind of go with is they could regulate ownership of games. Like, if you buy a game, you are required to, like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it, but basically a support life for a product is one of those things like that. And that's one thing that people are actually fighting for right now is if you create an online only thing, there are people arguing that, hey, you should support that for X number of years. Yeah, the US government might not even step in even if there is a controversy. And given the age of most of our officials, they probably don't even think about it, even if there is like something big that happens with the gamer community. It would have to be impacting your average Joe, their constituents, or even their financial backers. And trust me, it's helping their financial backers. Because their financial backers are often companies that are using this stuff in real life stuff. Like Tesla. Don't pay for Diablo Immortal. I said from the very beginning, don't put any money into Diablo Immortal. People still did. Some people did it for content. Other people just did it because they had the money to burn. But it sets a bad precedent. One of the few times where I'll say, think about what you're doing with your money and how it impacts other people. Because you're telling these companies, this is fine. Let's see. Wow, we are not doing terrible in here. We're going slow, but that's fine. Yeah, 800% value. Seem to remember seeing that on the Diablo Immortal thing. Need a senator young enough to have a kid drop 5K from their credit card into Roblox? Yeah. I can see like AOC and stuff like that doing it. Possibly trying to get some regulation just because they're actually more in touch with, you know, the age group, but even still, their interests don't overlap as much. It is definitely something that needs to be addressed, but won't be addressed for a good 5, 10, 15 years at the at most. It might even be longer. Go ahead and get a death sentry in there. And yes, our death sentries will shoot 11, so that's fine. Get lobbied, a lot of money on the line. Yeah, we're talking billions of dollars. Billion-dollar industries. Multiple billion-dollar industries. I forget what year that the gaming industry actually surpassed movies on gross revenue. But it's been a while. But yeah, I think we're not going to see good change in gaming for a decent length of time. Which is unfortunate, but hey, more reason to play retro games. Which, yes, I'm a retro game collector. I enjoy retro games. I am an old man. Okay, we need to be looking up here for another path. It's going to be a right turn from that, so it's going to be most likely up here unless this loops around like that. Let's see, are there enemies? Yep, there are. Armored Core 1 currently. I could kick that up on an emulator. I have a physical version too, but I don't have my PlayStation set up to go HDMI right now. So I wouldn't be able to capture it. Unless I do. Oh, there's our exit. So we know where our exit is. Or are you talking about Astron's Call? I'm assuming you're talking about Armored Core. Considering our recent conversation. But I probably shouldn't assume. Yeah, you did a quick Google. Just the year 2022, its estimated gaming revenue is 5 times more than the movie revenue. Of course, needs to be fact checked. Yeah, that might also be net revenue as opposed to gross revenue. It depends on what we're focusing on as to whether I look at gross or net. I'm old enough for Asheron's Call too. We were having like retro nostalgia vibes during the Diablo 1 stream last night. Holy crap, like seriously. Lots of vibes. We went back and we're even talking about like Commander Keen and stuff. Let's get Sparky McHappy out again. I get a line of sight. There you are. Well, that's not what I was hoping for, but still. Sadly, I never played much of Asheron's Call. Hey, Shadow, can you not run away? You're my tank. Oh, it's 6 socket. If it was 5 socket, I'd actually keep that. That can go away. Atari Adventure was a great UO, EQ. Oh, EverQuest. I'm seeing, yeah. A lot of those were really popular for people I was friends with at the time. I played a lot of Archmage, and those were people's active games, while Archmage was their downtime game whenever they were doing crafting and stuff. What's funny about Dark Ages of Camelot is I actually had someone impersonating me in that game. They named their guild after me and everything, which was really weird. And I found out who it was at one point, and it was basically a friend's brother, I think is what it was. I think it was their brother or their cousin or something had actually done it. They thought it was a cool name, and I was like, okay, cool. We're almost through probably the worst area for us in this act. Is a good thing. Where's the... Oh, our shadow's like way back there. Not even going to worry about it. At least our lightning resist is fairly decent. Oh, she is just converting everything. Sorry for getting easily distracted, by the way. The streams be doing their thing. And I'm trying to... trying not to die here. Oh, we need you in front of us. Okay, greater healing. I need my shadow back up. How many are left in here? I don't know why they're killing her so quickly. Yeah, it wasn't too many in there either. Okay. No mana potions, unfortunately. Confuse my name with Azathoth, the Lovecraftian elder god. Yeah. I get that and Alzorath a lot. Usually why I tell people, just call me Al. And it's also one reason why I don't actually subscribe to people whenever they are live. That is... it's literally... They try to pronounce it, and they never pronounce it right. And that's probably working against me on YouTube, but... still fine. Grab the mana potion. This guy being fire enchanted kind of sucks for me, because that means he's resistant to our granadas. No, I'm not making a dual mosaic assassin. I have one in single... Oh god, no, 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 no! Ah, god damn it. I got distracted. No! Fine. It's not the end of the world. We're not playing hardcore. We're good. Maggot Layer is bad for certain builds. For a Bone Necro, it is just another day. It's so easy to go through there with bloody... Oh, we don't have enough gold? Thankfully, we have it in the other thing. But it's just one of those things where it's just like another Tuesday for them. Because they just stand at the end of the hallway, shoot their bone spears, and everything dies.
There's nothing the right portion can't cure.
Grab those, and we'll take... Yeah, we're fine with that. Resurrect Chinggis and go out there. Hammerdins have night... Oh, yeah. Hammerdins and Maggot... Hammerdins in any tight spaces don't do well. It's just one of those things. Bad Scarab. Yup. And unfortunately, it's a long run back. I think we killed everything along the way, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Maggot Layer is one of the reasons why I push so hard for people. If you're going to be playing a Hammerdin, do Fist of Heaven's Hammerdin. You can deal with it. Okay, so this way... Did we clear this path? I don't know if we did. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Better safe than sorry. And yes, we're seeing all the little corpse holes. That's what those little glowy bits are. You'd think they'd have stuff like that fixed by now, but... There's our corpse. Let's get a sparkles up there. We'll grab our corpse. Oh, we did not get our corpse. Well, shit. That was not intended. I thought I grabbed my corpse. I clicked on it. And that's why I ran back, but no.
Good evening.
That's... What's bad is it's worse on the American servers. For some reason on the American servers, I cannot maintain my ping. No, it's not my actual name. I do not put my actual name online. That is asking for trouble, especially considering people have found me even by my screen name in the past, which is a bit weird because that requires some serious digging to find. Yeah, time for a safety TP, but I don't wanna... But I will. I mean, it saves me the run back. Go burst of speed. Normally I play better than this whenever I'm... But for some reason I am distracted today. Oh, goodness gracious. People have put up bounties to get Molly doxed. Oh, yeah. People are crazy. Mr. and Mrs. Zorath didn't name you Al. No, my real name was actually going to be way worse than that. But it's not even that bad now. Yeah, people will go out of their way to be complete creepers. It's not even funny. And it does happen more to women than men, but it still happens like crazy. Hey, Dawn, how's it going? Okay, we'll put the safety portal up here. And we will summon Sparkle McJangles. Wow, 18-second ping. Our actual body is the northern one. I'm not going in there until my ping settles down, though. Still worse on the American servers. Okay, what we'll do... Stop coming back towards me, please. Is we will drop you in there, hopefully distract them. Okay, they are on that. Get this one. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, damn it. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit 2. I should just save and exit. That would be the smart thing to do. and just kill them with my gear on. Okay. Will it work as the name? Hey! My deeds will probably not be remembered. But yeah, I probably should have just done that at the beginning. Generally speaking, it's risky to do the little corpse grab thing if you have more than one corpse. Because you might have accidentally picked up something super expensive, like a expensive piece of armor. And our equipment is cheap. Like, none of this is expensive stuff.
Good day.
So the gold value is fairly low on it. Oh, we need to grab gold. Let's go here. But yeah, that guy hurts. Especially he just hurts. Because they have jab, and they have all those perks on them. And when they get that jab off, it's going to wreck my face. I don't care how many resists in life I have. What's bad is I run faster with gear on than I do with gear off and burst of speed. That tells you how much faster run walk we just have plastered on our butts. We could even get more because we have that peasant crown. I am still considering using the socket quest and putting an Ort in that. Just for sanity's sake. And I would skip this, but we have to get this done. To get through Act 2. There's no avoiding this area. And I forget, was that guy fire enchanted? Or was he just a jerk? Because he might have just been a jerk. I think we were grenading him specifically because he was fire enchanted. Okay. We'll summon you into the room. Yeah, he's a jerk. Hi, guy. Mercenary, don't tempt them. I threw that out to try and guard Mercenary. Because this thing is going to be a pain in the butt if we don't. Got him. Yeah, that had a lot of elemental damage on it. That was painful. Okay, so we're set up now. But it was two-shotting our shadow, which is something most other things won't do. Thankfully, we had thorns from the mercenary on it, too. Yeah, good XP. Send you in there. Anything melee will proc the thorns on that. Okay, now corpse explosions should do their work in there. Ow! Good lord. Their jabs are just nightmarishly painful. Okay, that should take them down. What do my resistances look like? Absolutely terrible for actual progress. It is currently, with Fade, 68% fire, 54% lightning, 36% poison, and 5% cold. Spears on is decent. She pokes him to death. Bro Bill, this is, I want to say Pompey's? Yeah, it's Pompey's Wrath. If anyone's interested in that kind of stuff. We're picking them up just so we can keep a log of what we found. Yeah, Fendazons are good. Grab this. But as far as just like actually playing, Jabbers and Fens and Impalers are perfectly viable. They're not terrible things. And I have to say, YouTube's autofilters, very aggressive.
How may I help you?
Sorry about that for not acknowledging comments. But yeah, that needs to go into our junk stack. Have a good one, Fixer. Thank you for stopping by. And hopefully things continue to go well for you. I will see you around. Do you still stream at all, or... And I've just missed it? Because I can drop you a link next time you're streaming. I'll drop a link to you next time you're streaming so people can check you out. Definitely, go check out Fixer. He's chill. Let's see. We're doing okay on that stuff. I need an Umrune! No, you're done with Twitch? I don't get on Twitch very often unless I see alerts. May try YouTube streams sometimes. If you have active commenters, it's not bad. But until you build them up, Discovery is just as bad as Twitch. Because I've been working with a few other people who have been trying to get streaming, and it's hard to get that first 5. After that, it's not as bad. But yeah, we need, I think it's not the only one that we need. Yeah, we have Shale and Tier. Yeah, YouTube is still very heavily focused on shorts, although they're thankfully backing off of it a little bit. With the monetization on it, it's getting a little bit more balanced back with their long-form stuff. Anyway, see you later. If you ever want to talk shop, hit me up. Let's see. On we go. We got our stick. We found it in the mud. We're good there. Off into the depths of the Lost City now. I think the exit was down here. Which would be fine. I need to switch back to that other screen. There we go. A few bots that send generic messages like easy clap and based every 10 minutes. Ah. That's actually not far off of the bots that are the reason why I have it on sub only right now. Oh, let's just run through here. Because this is an ugly place. With lightning immunes. Read Stay a While and listen about the creation of Diablo 2? No, I have not. Ah, Cold Enchanted is gonna be a nightmare. There goes Mercenary. Leave me alone. Go away. They just murked my Mercenary. It sounds more like it might be like a special or something. And yes, I am literally running away from everything in here because I don't feel like dealing with lightning immunes. We could, but at the same time, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Why is everything cold enchanted? Seriously. I just want to find a peaceful corner where I can go into the next area. Let's go ahead and get Shadow up. Get our Fade going again. Shadow will distract them and she'll die. Like 90% of the things here we just don't want to mess with. And it looks like it's not going to even be down here. So we came down here for nothing. And they're blocking the stairs. So town portal time it is. No cannot be frozen? Nope. We didn't get a Ravenfrost. I haven't made a Rhyme. And Rhyme would cost me a lot of resists. D2 documentary on Netflix? Jeez. That would be strange. Okay, let's buy some more potions.
Nothing the right potion can't cure.
Survive! No, we have we don't have great stuff for that. I would rather have the plus skills. Because otherwise our kill speed is going to be even more atrocious. Okay, so it's got to be upstairs. I will revive my mercenary after I get to the Viper Temple. He's not going to be too useful out here other than bait. It's literally, if I would have just taken a right turn, we would have had to go through none of that. But yeah, one of the Shale Io helms wouldn't be too terrible.
Dark magic in a darker tomb.
Okay, let's portal up. Let's get ourselves our mercenary and get ready to go through this place. There are some lightning immunes that could be down here. But I don't think we'll have issues with them.
Blessings to you.
Okay, let's get gold out of hell. And I should not be pushing this hard at this level. You should be in your 70s by the time you're here if you're actually trying to play around smoothly and enjoy yourself.
If you're trying to have a good day.
Yeah, we only have the one shale as well. And I kind of need that for Crescent Moon, because that's, yeah, let's go ahead and pop over here. It's shale tier. So if we get an rune, we can immediately just make it. Which is the main thing that I am saving that for. It's gonna be that, that, and that. We just need the rune in the middle, and it'll go into that crystal sword right there. That will change life. It won't make the immunes non-immune, but it will make life just a pinch easier. Okay, so we've got snakes. Let's see what else we have going on in here. So far, just snakes. But we still have a few enemy slots that could shale Neff. Oh, well, thanks, mercenary, for walking out in front of that. Let's see. Are you... Nope, you're not lightning immune. It's always snakes. And I'll revive mercenary in just a bit. I should probably be picking up talons and checking them. Because that could be better. But yeah, you're not Indiana Jones. Resocket, you... tease. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a... Nope, it's not 4 socket. It's 3 socket. No. Because if we get a 4-socket one, we can make another spirit and have that as our shield. We lose some resist, but give the mercenary mouth to mouth. That's not going to save her. She just got destroyed. Let's see. Dip into my gold reserves even more for... It's getting kind of at the point where I might stop resurrecting her. Mainly because we don't have good armor for her, and she's just going to keep dying. Main reason to keep her around would be for act bosses. Actually, Peasant Crown, no. The helmet we have on her is better. It's taunting me, I know. 2-socket would be an okay sanctuary as an alternative, but we don't have a... I think it's Lum. Either Lum or Lem. But it just wouldn't be good. Yeah, I need to take it a little bit more calm in here. Otherwise, we're going to have a repeat of the maggot layer. I really am curious what our other spawn is. Because it's kind of weird that we haven't seen another spawn yet. And worst case scenario, if I really did want to keep the mercenary alive, I could just pick up stuff and sell it. It's not exactly like we're that broke. We're not broke girls or whatever it's called. That sitcom. I can't remember the name of it. Wow, it's getting blocked by that little stump. Advanced stat. Minus 75% lightning resist. 2 broke girls. There you go. I'm not super versed on sitcoms. I mostly just see them in passing because the TV's on for background noise. That is my extent of my knowledge for sitcoms. Trashiest sitcom you've ever seen? I mean, you haven't watched Roseanne? I watched Roseanne whenever it was like the original show. I haven't watched the new one more than just like barely in passing. Definitely not something of modern days. Oh, and we got a level off of that. Sweet. More life. We're over 900. Not over 9,000. More shadow. Higher level she gets, the better gear she gets too. So she'll be able to survive even better. God, there's all kinds of snakes on the other side of that door. I really am surprised we haven't seen another enemy type.
Not enough money.
Why are you guys not spawning mana potions? Like one here. Okay, so this is going to be a dead end. Going to be 2 different Viper types? I think so. But we should still have at least one other enemy type in here. Because I think this is a one with 3 spawns. I usually count for 3. Because we got the Claw Vipers. Come in here and look. There's another full rejuve. That's nice. But it's making me nervous, is what it's doing. Go Shadow. Just being full aggro and teleporting through walls. Mercenary, come back. Shadow just has no regard for my mana pool right now. Common Viper and the Vinscreen Viper.
I need mana.
There's something it's fighting over there, too. These are a pain in the ass. But no, they're actually not that bad of enemies to deal with. They're mostly melee. They have a little bit of cold damage. And they are immune to cold as well. Why reptiles are immune to cold in this, I don't know.
I need mana.
But yeah, we have the red and we have the white ones. The white ones are the claw vipers. I think red ones are salamanders. Generally speaking, I just don't want to go toe-to-toe with any of them, because they will charge and hurt. They do the same thing that the Act 5 undead guys do. Like that. Yeah, see, there's the salamanders. So there are 2 types of them, but we're missing a 3rd enemy type, unless it counted the tower as one. Which case, we just got lucky. Exploring the entire area. Mercenary, do not charge up there, please. You're supposed to have better preservation skills than Act 2 guy, but sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she tries to tank. In which case, she just gets murked. Okay, so this is probably where we want to be. With our traps. Thank you for opening the door there, Shadow. That's not useful. We're just looking for the stairs down, by the way. This is a dead-end room, I think. It might actually have a fork off, but pretty sure it's a dead-end room. Yeah, it's a dead-end. You can tell by these shelves. There's one that can spawn pillars in it. Get this right there. Get our lasers firing. Yeah, as far as this area goes, it's relatively simple right now. Our mercenary might do something stupid. We might get into like a bad spot, but other than that, they don't do enough to like one-shot me like the freaking buggers that were in forgetting what they're called. The beetles.
Not enough mana.
I should check this actually. If we want to make a paladin, that would actually be a decent base for a spirit. But I don't plan on farming this season. Other than maybe grinding up some levels, possibly, but not farming. Okay. Here's hoping the mercenary does not get us killed here. Shadow I can sort of deal with. I could just unsummon her if I'm really worried about it. What I want to do is drop that out and take care of most of his friends.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I probably should have just unsummoned the Shadow, and then this guy wouldn't have found us. Hi, Fangskin. Suck it. You always got to get revenge on Fangskin whenever you have a setup that can. It's just one of those things that it's mandatory. It's not even an optional thing. Fangskin deserves to die.
I expected worse.
Actually, I should go. I can waste one of those. I should pick up. Oh, wow. You dropped junk. Forsyth, no. They did not drop anything of value. I'm just going to try and pick up a thing of armor because that will be enough to revive her. That's not a thing of armor. That might actually work. Pick up that. That might be about 15 grand, 20 grand. And we had something, I think, up here. Is it bad that I'm going back for gold? There we go. That works. Yeah, picking up armor is a really good way to get just quick gold. See, 35 grand for that. I think this is probably going to be a bit less. Yes, 17.
Excellent.
I was close. Hey, identify stuff for me, buddy. Thank you. 2 dexterity, crafting jewel. Garbage. But yeah, that gives us enough to revive. And then we'll head down into the Arcane Sanctuary.
Yes, citizen.
And sorry if I'm a little easily distracted today. I think streaming the third time yesterday was a bit much. I think it kind of threw me off. So we might just stick it to 2 streams a day. One in the morning-ish or afternoon, and one in the evening. Because more than that, I think, is probably being unhealthy. Actually, we should check, see if there's good armor for her in here. Ooh, damage reduced by 7. That is sadly, I think, might be better than what she's using. Because even though this has poison resist on it,
I'll put that to good use.
brings her up to 75. Damage reduction might be more helpful for her. And that has 3 sockets in it, too, so we can put stuff in it. Let's see. Everything's fine. Only thing that irritates you is the apologies. Ah. Sorry. Oh, let's see. Lightning resist. I think we will go with an Ort. Keep the Thul in case we need to make another spirit. We need to keep the Am as well for that. Soul we will keep because that can be used in another rune word. Io we need to keep as well. So we'll go with a Rawl and a Tall. And that'll give better resist than what she had. So basically just made budget Ancient's Pledge in her armor.
I'll put that to good
There
use.
you go. Now she has more blanket resist and some damage reduction. Still not great. Still not anything like, say, oh, whatchamacallit, Treachery. But it'll work. We just haven't been getting our good runes. It's just one of those things. Okie dokie. Come here, Jaren. Let me in.
Stay out of
Stay out of trouble. I am trouble. Deal with it. Find Tal Rasha's tomb. Are you sure? Sure we need to find his tomb? Let's see. Keep going through. And there are going to be some lightning immunes in here. And we will most likely just run past them. I forget if the big boys, yeah, they are immune to fire in here. They're not immune in River of Flame, oddly enough. They just have blanket good resist there. They're just doing all the work for us. Ooh, short siege bow. I think that's exceptional. Yeah, that's just exceptional. Could probably deal with making an elite, but... Okay, now this is going to be the part where we have some lightning immunes. So I'm going to need to concentrate just a little bit. This is where we could spawn lightning immune. It's not guaranteed. I'm lagging. No. Steal the ship and just go straight to Caress Dock. It's like, I mean, Mashif, I can beat you up. We can have this one of two ways, Mashif. Either you let me have the ship or I take the ship. There is no in between. Okay, this is where we could have the bow boys. Those are poisoned ones. Those aren't the bad ones. Then in here, we can have the lightning mages spawn up here. That is an alternate entrance for us. I forget if there's going to be an easy passage in. Because that would be better than going through that side room. What is our Shadow doing? Hey, Shadow. Shadow. Yeah, we can deal with this. And it's good XP. I don't think this is the one that spawns us the back door, unfortunately. But we'll look. Have a good one, Adam. Oh, we're past the point of needing good luck. We need miracles. Okay, we've got archers, so that's our other group in there. That makes it not as bad. That's the champion down. We need drop miracles, not just good luck. We need an rune. That's pretty much all we really need to kind of take us up to being safer. A mercenary, can you stop just being a dumbass for just like 5 seconds? Like she's going out of her way to just get completely destroyed by these things. Drop those out, get some more mana, get one corpse explosion thing in there to pop corpses. Thank you, mercenary, for just standing there in the middle of it. I swear, she irritates me to no end. It's like every now and then she'll be extreme. Oh, wow. They Well, I'm not even reviving the mercenary again after that. That is stupid. She walked up there and opened the damn door for him. I might as well have just come through this at the beginning. You jerk of a mercenary. Oh, God. Like, why? Oh. Jerk. Jerk. Thankfully, we don't have to worry too much in here. Oh, it's going down for maintenance in 15 minutes. Okay. That's strange. Wonder why it's coming down for maintenance. You don't ever let the undead in. Is that really all of them? Nope. They just wandered off. There we go. So the server's going down in 15 minutes.
Horizon's obsession.
We might not get through... I don't think we're going to get through Act 2 in 15 minutes. We'll check one path, probably. That's going to be probably the limit of our abilities. So we'll revive Mercenary. We'll get her some XP down here. And whenever it goes down, I guess that'll be the end of the stream. I'm not sure why they're doing maintenance right now.
Good day.
Maybe it's to push out a hotfix? Game server is going down for maintenance in 14 minutes. We're going to have, like, the countdown. It's the final countdown. I was hoping we'd be able to stream this until, like, for about an hour more, but... I guess not. But yeah, this area, pretty good for our loadout. It's also a good way to get runes, by the way. Because you A, have ghosts, and B, you actually have the chests at the end are just like the chests in Lower Kurast. Oh, it's another one.
I need mana.
Wonder why they're getting blocked by that pillar. Okay, let's duck in this way. But yeah, this will be, if it's not on this path, then we probably won't get it until next time. Which means this will be the first time an act took us more than one session. It's disappointing, even though it is a shorter session. Because I do like making actual, like, more than insignificant progress. Are we even actually going to get to the end of this in this? Probably. Unless we keep running into just packs and packs of bosses. Because the general enemies, relatively easy to take down with lightning. If we had a crescent moon, they'd be even easier. And if she'd stop converting stuff, that would be probably for the better as well. Sorry for concentrating a little bit right now. We have basically a timer going. So it's one of those things where it's better focus on actually moving forward rather than chatting. Like a Kathy, and I know, I'm sorry, I apologize too much. It's bad habits. Actually, it's a psychological thing, but we'll discuss about that a different time. Is it? It is not. We chose the wrong path. We chose poorly. We did not find the Holy Grail. We did not pass go. We have a boss mob there. We have, oh god, a whole swarm down there too. At least we'll get a level up before this. And we already have Arcane Sanctuary, so we can get back in here relatively quick. Get a level up, immediately have more XP over that line. Because that's how we roll. We're going to get an rune from this? Doubtful. Okay, let's pop these. We got a jewel. We got junk. Got a hell rune. Let's go. Yeah, it sucks having to guess paths. But unfortunately, because the servers are going down, we don't really have time to guess another path and still actually guarantee we'll get through it. Yeah, Arcane Sanctuary is... Actually, I would say Arcane Sanctuary is great for most characters. It's not exactly a difficult one. Even as melee, you can kind of get around it fairly easy. The only problem is, generally for melee, whenever you're going through Untwinked, you are physical melee, which does tend to screw you over. So, anyhoozle, that's going to be the end of the stream then, because, yeah, server maintenance, 9 minutes. I don't know when it'll be back up. We might have a second stream later tonight if it comes up at a good time. I probably won't be doing an evening stream tonight. I will be doing one probably tomorrow, though. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time.